What's going on, guys? It's the Money Talk Show with Dane, where we talk about all sorts of interesting topics having to do with money, primarily real estate investing and cryptocurrency. If those are topics that interest you, then make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. We have all sorts of really cool content coming your way. Welcome, guys. Corey, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Crypto Millionaires with Corey Geary, and I just want to rock and roll in this crypto space with as many friends as possible and bring, basically my real estate buddies who I've gotten to know really well and that's how I've been able to create my wealth in starting out. And then I know the next leg of my journey is going to be crypto. So I just wanted to, bring as many friends as possible. That's what the show's all about.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, today will be fun. We're going to talk about the power of dollar cost averaging and how to save your terrible crypto positions that you may have bought at or near the top. So this will be fun today, where we'll talk about the math behind it, all that type of stuff. If you guys are jumping into the show, make sure to go ahead and comment so we know that you're here. We're pumped to have you. All that stuff helps the algorithm. We've got Harmonic Hexkin on. Great to see you. Glad you found us. Appreciate you jumping on. And as we're going through this today, I love your guys' insights on your dollar cost averaging strategy. Love to hear horror stories. I'll tell you some of ours of bad positions you may have bought, and specifically how we're able to rectify some of those positions through dollar cost averaging. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. All right. Come on, baby. There we go. Cool. Let me go ahead and zoom in here so we can see it a little bit better. All right. So what inspired today's topic is, man, like I have seen countless streams, especially when I was starting in crypto. You guys probably have too, where people have talked about this weird dollar cost averaging thing. And how it was incredibly valuable. And so simply put, dollar cost averaging is admitting that we just don't know what the market's going to do, whether it's going to go up or down on any day or time. And so rather than going in all at one point in time, for instance, if you had here in this example, I did 100 grand, but the amount is inconsequential. You could use this example for whatever amount of money you may have. If you had 100 grand that you wanted to put into the crypto market, rather than saying, hey, I'm going to put it all in at one point in time, we could dollar cost average in by buying little bits over time to have an average of the market during that time frame, rather than potentially going all in at one point and then price going lower and you potentially missing out on a better buying opportunity. Similarly, it goes the opposite direction when taking profits. You can go ahead and, rather than pulling out of the market all at one time and saying, hey, you timed the top perfectly, well, you can scale out of the market in bits and pieces over time. And so today I'll tell you about one of the mistakes that I made in cryptocurrency in this last market cycle, and how I've been able to rectify a lot of those problems. Really quick, I have Harmonic Hexkin. She's asking what my Twitter is. So I've included on my I've included my link tree in my name, and so you can go ahead and copy the link tree. In fact, I'll put it in the comments as well. The link tree is cool because it's got my Twitter. It also has all of my other social accounts, so you can follow me wherever you want. And in fact, Corey, feel free to put yours in the comments as well. We can share those. We do a lot of short form crypto content as well as real estate content to help you guys understand our mistakes and how to overcome a lot of those. So there we go. We've put ours in the comments. Cool. We've got Randy on this morning as well. Good to see you, Randy.
My man, Randy Halarski. I joined the Patreon, Randy, so I'm looking forward to the newsletters, and I'm looking forward to just seeing what some unbiased opinions on some tokens. So I'm super excited.
Absolutely. All right. Where did it go? Hold on. Let me pull this back up. Okay, here we are. Cool.
While you're doing that, Dane, I'll just touch on dollar cost averaging, guys. This is not only admittance of not knowing where the tops and bottoms are at, but also you have to have control over your emotions when you're doing this, because a lot of times, in crypto, we just want to ape in, at a certain time because we feel like we've caught the bottom, or maybe we want to ape out because we feel like we caught the top. You need to have control over your emotions and not just follow the crowd. You're going to see everyone on Twitter, oh, now's time to buy. Now's the time to do it. You got to have control over your buying experience in general. And it's hard to do. It's easier said than done, because the emotions will go wild in you during this journey. And so it's really it's a master of self, really, was what DCA and it does for you. So it's actually good for you. So yeah, just wanted to touch on that for a little bit.
Love that. Great point, Corey. Very great. And Randy showing us some love, just shared in the Patreon. Appreciate you, Randy. Seriously, it means a lot having you on the show. We appreciate all your help. Randy's been excellent. If you guys are watching this and you're not following Randy, I heavily suggest you do so. Randy is one of the few people in a lot of crypto communities, but in my opinion, in the Hex community, that actually talks about the truth rather than being a constant bear or a bull. Randy actually talks about some of the things that are really going on in the crypto community. So make sure that you follow Randy. Randy's great. Cool. So in this last crypto cycle, I got caught into the FOMO, and I was really excited with the Hex community, and I was drawn into narratives. And it is what it is. I learned a lot from this experience. I put 100 grand in Hex at 42 cents. In fact, I even bought some more just a little bit higher than this. But
hey Dane, you bought Randy's bags.
I did. Me and Randy swapped. We did.
Randy sold around that time.
Randy and I traded. Randy made a bunch of money, and I got stuck with losses, which is fine. Like you have to learn.
It's the way it works, man. This is crypto. It's just how it's the game. And next time it'll be the opposite for someone else with you. It's just it's the way it works.
Right. Harmonic Hex. Randy's awesome. Absolutely. So Randy and I traded bags near the top. Dane bought my bags. Thanks for the smile. Randy and I traded bags at the top. And so my 100 grand at 42 cents equaled about 238,095 tokens. So this is how the math works. You guys can use the math for yourself. You can apply it to whatever dollar amounts and prices that you bought in at. So I bought very near the top. And the cool thing is that as I've been patiently waiting, crypto generally works on 4-year cycles. And once we make the top, we usually have about a year to a year and a half of market drawdown. So I have not been buying in during this last year because I felt like the market would draw down the whole time. And rather than buying in and trying to catch falling knives, I've been patiently waiting. Now I can't time the bottom perfect, but gosh, I can get pretty near it, I feel like, by being a little bit patient, which is what I've done. And so I bought another 100 grand at 3 cents, which equals, or actually I bought about 50, but for this example, we'll say 100. So we'll say 100 grand at 3 cents, which equals just a little bit over 3 million tokens. Now, this is where the power of dollar cost averaging comes in. And this is the equation. This is the math equation that you can use for yourself to be able to figure out your average buy-in price. And so here the equation, you take your total dollars invested. Here in this example, it's 200 grand. And then you divide that by the total number of tokens that your money purchased you. That equals your average buy price. So here in our example, we take 200 grand. We divide it by just over about 3.5 million tokens. That takes my buy price, my average buy-in, from 42 cents down to 5.5 cents if I bought another 100 grand at 3 cents.
That's incredible.
It's nuts. It really boggles my mind. When I was first wrapping my head around this idea, I mean, it's pretty freaking cool. It's an opportunity to be able to largely course correct your mistakes if you were buying like me at or near the top, and putting yourself in a far better position as long as you're buying back into crypto projects that come back and do very well in the next cycle. Hex is one of those that we really like, that we feel like will do extremely well. And so I felt very comfortable buying back into Hex. Corey, you've got some cool examples. Tell us a little bit about your dollar cost averaging.
Yeah, so first, Randy says, I should take you for a ride in the truck you bought.
When I come down to Panama, Randy, I'll take you up on that.
We both should go down to Panama and visit Randy. They're always
We
having
should.
Mexican meetups down there. Why not, man? That'd be a fun trip.
That would be fun. Lunch on Randy. It's
Lunch on
it's the least
Randy.
you could do.
So yeah, I started a little bit lower than you. I was about 33 cents is where I started at. The numbers are about they're relatively the same. A little bit less, I think, was where I started at 33 cents. But over the total, so I went into the way I figured it is, I just went to my bank account and saw how many deposits I put in and how many you can go to the Etherscan and do a chain analysis, see how many buys you made in Hex, and that's what I did. And then they figured out about over the total amount of coins that I have. I've gotten my cost basis from 33 cents down like about a 10x. I think it was like 3.7 cents, 3.6, 3.7 cents is what I've got my cost basis down. I was dollar cost averaging in when Hex was down at 1.8. So I got some good buys down there. And then I've also been buying in the HSI auctions. And so I've picked up some really cheap Hex through the HSI auctions. I mean, I think my cost basis in the HSI auctions is about a penny for Hex. So I've just been able to pick up a lot of cheap Hex through there and just catching these market dips. I mean, we might have some more coming up on the horizon. If we do, I'll keep taking advantage when these dips keep happening, and eventually the dips are going to stop. They're just going to stop. It's just the way it goes. And V3 will get announced, and it's off to the races again. Randy said it last night. The bear market might be canceled in the Hexican community when V3 gets announced. It's like bear market canceled for Hexicans, bear market everywhere else, but for us, we'll be pumping because it's just people will be FOMOing in at that point. And so, that's kind of my journey in Hex. It's been amazing to learn the power of dollar cost averaging. Now, if I'd have went all in with all my money that I had in my bank account at that 33 cents, it would have hurt, watching the price go all the way down, but I didn't do that, and obviously I'm still making money in the real world. So I was able to save up some more money and put into the crypto space. And you never want to put all your eggs in one basket. You never want to go all in. And it's never more true in crypto. You got to be careful how you play this game. You can get hurt pretty bad if you play it wrong. So
absolutely. And I changed, or I added additional data here where you guys can see you can scale this any way you want. So I did my 50K that I've bought in back at this point. I've been patiently waiting to deploy more. And I just so actually on my 42 cents, I bought another 50K at 3 cents. That gets my cost basis down to just a touch under 8 cents. So
still amazing, man.
I mean, I'm really
not even the same amount of economic energy being used there. You got it down to 8 cents, which is absolutely crazy to me. I mean,
you use half the dollar value, and that brought your cost basis down by
crazy. It's crazy how the math works. And I mean, 8 cents, bro. When V3 gets announced, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm good now. Like, right. I bet you wait and see. It's gonna pump, man, when V3 gets announced.
I mean, that's a 5x better buy price than the 42 cents. So half the money in got me a 5x better overall buy price, which is pretty remarkable.
Correct.
So kind of cool. We've got Tin Top on. What's going on, Tin Top? He says, "What's up, Hexkins? Great having you on." For those of you that are local here in Utah that are watching, I'm doing a local meetup where we'll talk about Hex, we'll talk about Pulse Chain, we'll talk about what's going on in the Richard Heart ecosystem and some other goodies there. So feel free to comment on this video and I can loop you into those if you're interested in meeting up in person.
Same if you guys are in Phoenix. I'm in the Phoenix area. I would love to meet as many Hexicans as I possibly can in the Phoenix or Tucson, Arizona area. So
absolutely. Cool. Well, today is just a quick in and out. We didn't have a ton of time this morning, but we wanted to jump in, show you guys some math that we thought could be helpful for you. You can use this math to generate your own buy positions to see where you're at, or estimate how you could bring in your buy positions or bring them down over time. Randy says, this being streamed to another channel too. I'm not seeing the comments. Oh, interesting. We'll have to, it's going to both me and Corey's channels. I'll have to do some digging on that. I don't know, Randy. Appreciate the feedback. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. We got Simon on. Appreciate you guys. So comment below with what you guys are doing for dollar cost averaging. Are you buying Hex? Do you think it's a scam? Are you buying Zen? Are you doing something different? We'd love to know about it in the comments below. And otherwise, we will catch you guys later this week.
Yeah, I'm doing a dollar cost mint, if you will, with Zen, where like every couple of weeks, I just wait till I get a good gas price, and then I'm going in and minting a new Zen FT just to kind of ladder my position over this bear market with multiple Zen FTs. It's not my favorite crypto by any stretch of the measure, but it's one of those Hail Marys that Randy likes to call it. Throw it out there, see what happens. It's a lottery ticket, and we'll just see if one of it hits. So
Great. I like it. All right, cool guys. Have a good one.